What's up, everybody? Episode 4, Positive Reinforcement. Glad you're here. Glad you could make it. Look, I got to get right down to it. You need to spread the word about the Men of 300 bathroom. Something tragic has occurred, and I am not saying this as a joke by any means. You can't take what I'm about to say lightly as simply a form of entertainment. We, the Men of 300, are very disappointed as of today, as of yesterday. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start a hashtag. Whotooktheterror is the hashtag that we need to spread around. Yesterday morning, if you remember previous podcast, I talked about the nightstand that we've been trying to build in the 300 bathroom. We have a picture of a dog and a cat on the carpet, hanging out, having a good time. Someone, more than likely a substitute, had a copy of The Terror, threw it in the garbage can. You're at a school, put it somewhere where someone might want to read it. It's a book. Who puts books in the garbage? I don't know. This person did. Mr. Bacon took it out, put it on the desk, which is our nightstand. Long story short, The Terror is gone. Somebody took The Terror. You're ruining our nightstand. The feng shui and the comfort and the homely environment is being diminished and stolen, and we need justice. We demand it. It's not cool at all. So whoever this person is, bring it back. Okay? Bring it back. We need to figure out, we need to get to the bottom of this. This is our very first tragedy, to be honest. We're 4 episodes in, and already we got to deal with stuff like this. I'm not happy about it, and you shouldn't be either. If you are a supporter of positive reinforcement, you are just as angry as I am, just as angry as all of the Men of 300. So we need to get to the bottom of it right here, right now. Who took the terror? Spread the hashtag around all the social media outlets that you own, and let's get to the bottom of it. Let's build that nightstand. I went to look for a lamp.
Positive Reinforcement is currently experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. We'll be back soon. We reinforce this positively.
Okay. I guess the audio just randomly disappeared. Anyway, we're back. What was I saying? Great. Not happy about it. Anyway, yeah, I was trying to buy a lamp at Target the other day to put on our nightstand. And yes, they're kind of expensive. I don't want to spend too much. I want it to be a cool lamp, but I don't want to spend over like $20 on a lamp for the bathroom. It's a bathroom, you know. But the Men of 300 is too special. Anyway, I was looking for a lamp, and I lost the motivation to buy the lamp because in my head I'm thinking someone took the terror. Someone took the terror and just threw away our dreams. You know, they put the terror in the trash can, they also put our dreams in the trash can. Drinking coffee today. 80 degrees was the high today. Pretty happy about that. It's been really comfortable lately. Fall's happening this Monday. So next episode, you're going to see some decorations. Actually, you know what? I decorate my apartment for the first day of fall, but I don't decorate my classroom until October. Just realized. So 2 more episodes until you get to see decorations for fall. Anyway. So, yeah, I'm outraged about who took the terror. Not cool. Also, something I noticed looking at my YouTube analytics. First episode came out with a bang. I think I'm at about 200 views right now. You know, that's decent. Got like 22 likes. Cool. Then episode 2 came around, not even to 200 views. maybe 10 likes, if I remember, maybe even less than that. Okay. What's going on here? Episode 3, I don't even think I'm at 150 views and like 7 likes. Bottom line is this. Every single episode seems to be declining as far as who is tuning in. Now, I am not one to judge the quality or my feeling of inspiration toward a project based on how many people are paying attention. But we got to see some growth, people. Share this thing. We got to get this thing out. This is too important. This is too significant. This means too much to me to just have it sit between you and I. If you're following me, and you have been since the first day, great. But get the word out. Spread this positive reinforcement. We got to get other people. We got to build this community. Otherwise, it's just dead in the water. And, I said I'm going to keep doing this until I get bored. Am I getting bored? No, not at all. This is a profession where boredom does not come into play very often, hardly ever at all. So getting bored is not really the worry here, but we gotta get this thing growing, So spread the word, please. Spread the hashtag Whotooktheterror, and also spread this podcast to other people. I hate to stick around with one topic the whole time, but the Men of 300 bathroom. It's a special place, as you've already known. We have a new addition to the Men of 300 bathroom. Mr. Bacon went and picked up something called a valance, just something to make our stall users feel a little more comfortable, a little more respected. Maybe they feel like they have a little bit more privacy. So check it out. Here's our newest upgrade. It's a very beautiful valance, decorative, and it's just classy and nice. So we like to, anybody who comes into the Men of 300, we want them to feel at home. And they're going to feel at home when they see the art, when they see the nightstand without the terror on it currently. Who took the terror? The nightstand will come back, but it's all about feeling at home, and the valance just added to it, Brought my desk chair over here. The student chairs are really uncomfortable, and I'm a grown man. I'm the king of this classroom, okay? So I deserve my throne. Just checking to make sure this is recording. Yes, it is. All right, let's get right into it then. So we propose, the Men of 300, we propose the idea of the women of 300. Let's get this going for the ladies too, all right? We're not trying to bogart the bathroom. So hashtag don't bogart the bathroom. Women of 300, where are you at? Miss Crumb, I'm looking at you. Miss Roland, I'm looking at you. Miss Neely, Women of 300, let's get this thing going. Miss Calandra, where are you at? Get it going. We want to see the Women of 300 take shape. Let's make it happen, all right? This is for the ladies too, okay? Cheers. Got some Irish cream going on here. Pretty good. Do I need the coffee? Not necessarily. Pretty laid back, easy day. I'm fine, but I didn't have any Snapple today, so had to go with the coffee. First serious topic today. I've been teaching for 7 years, and the first maybe 2 years, I would bring work home with me, like homework to grade, essays to grade. I would make my lessons at home, and bottom line is back then I never felt like I was away from work. I never felt like, oh, I get to breathe for a second here. I never felt like that my first couple of years because I kept bringing stuff home. You have to leave work at work. In this profession as a teacher, that can be difficult. Trust me, I know. Sometimes you have no choice but to bring your work home with you. A lot of you have your own kids to go home to worry about, and you don't have the option to stick around that long after the bell rings to do whatever you need to. I totally understand that. And if you can't do it, you can't do it. But if there's any way possible, try to do this. I always set aside 1 day a week to do all of my grading and all of my preparations for the following week as far as lesson planning goes. Usually Wednesday, usually Thursday. Now that I'm doing this podcast, I had to move it to a different day. Because, hey, I'm here to entertain you guys, right? I'm here for you right now. Should I be grading right now? Yes. But am I? No. I'm entertaining you, giving you the information you need so that you can better yourself as an educator for the future kids of America and the world. For all of my Indonesian fans, thanks for following. So if you can, do all of your grading, do all of your lesson planning at work during the week, not during the weekends. Your weekends are your weekends. If you deprive yourself of that, you are going to go insane. You are going to become depressed. You are going to become a shell of yourself. Don't allow yourself to fall down into that trap, all right? You have to set aside time. Yeah, it sucks when you have to stay here till 4, 5, 6 o'clock sometimes grading stuff. But once Friday after school comes around and you realize, oh, I already did everything, it makes it worthwhile so hard. So try to do that. Try to do that, because if you're grading stuff at home and the last thing you do before you go to bed is lesson plan or grade, school becomes your entire life, and nobody should be defined by their profession. Nobody should be defined by their career or their job. It's okay if you want to be. I'm not okay with that. I don't want people to think Justin Norris and only think, oh yeah, the teacher, and that's it. No. That's not it. That is not it by a long shot. I have the words "be immeasurable" on my podium. And what that means is, be somebody who can't be quantified quickly. Be someone who can't be identified easily, right? I want people to think Justin Norris and think, oh yeah, the teacher. Oh yeah, the guy that does YouTube stuff. Oh yeah, the guy that plays in the band. Oh yeah, the guy that wrote those 2 books. Oh yeah, Kristen's husband. Oh yeah, all kinds of whatever stuff, right? Like the list goes on and on. You cannot quantify me to one single thing. Be immeasurable, people, all right? So don't allow yourself to be defined by your occupation, unless you want to be, which is totally cool. But I think it's cool to wear a lot of hats. I think it's cool to give yourself the ability to have the time to delve into different interests and hobbies and things that make you happy. Otherwise, you're just dead man walking, And along the same lines, don't feel guilty if you're sitting there on a Sunday and you just don't have the juice for Monday. You are just dead, worn out still from the previous week. You're just not in the groove. It's okay every now and then to just, throw in the towel and say, I need tomorrow, and take those mental health days. I plan out my mental health days. I try to give myself at least one every couple months, and it gives me something to look forward to also. And it breaks up the any kind of monotony that I'm feeling in my life. Like I give myself that space, that time to breathe, and I'm so happy that I do it every single time. Every single time, you got to do it. So leave your work at work if you can. Leave your weekends alone. Don't touch them. They are yours. Put everything that has to do with work aside during those 2 days you have off, because that time is yours. That time is sacred and you need it. This podcast is very serious today, I feel like. I mean, who took the terror? First of all, that's why I'm in such a a sour mood. Men of 300 compromised. So, yesterday, pretty funny moment. Students were working on something called a transformation database. We're in the middle of a unit called the Transformation Unit. All the short stories that we're reading deal with characters that transform in a major way or inspire change in a major way. For this particular project, I had students pick someone who has gone through a major change, and they have to essentially teach me about that person and their transformation. But I had one student who sits right here, actually. I walked up to him and I was like, all right, hey, so who are you going to do for your transformation project? And basically verbatim says something like this. You know, Mr. Norris, I was thinking about doing Peter Parker, but, you know, the superhero route seems kind of like the easy way out with this project. So you know what? I'm actually thinking about doing it on Cesar Chavez. Plus, if I do Cesar Chavez, I think I'm going to learn a lot more about this person by doing Cesar Chavez compared to doing Peter Parker, because everybody knows who Peter Parker is. Everybody knows what his transformation is, right? So I think it'd be better off if I challenge myself, because I think you want me to challenge myself. So I'm going to stick with Cesar Chavez, Mr. Norris. And I'm just standing there like, sure, yeah, man, yep, let's do that. Let's go with that. And thought it was pretty funny. Sometimes kids, man, they surprise you. Also, this is what it's like teaching high school kids. Let me remember the example first, because I don't want to ruin the joke. I was saying something. We were having a really in-depth discussion. And the student just provided one of the most insightful things. Oh, what was it? Man, it was like one day we were talking about the importance of conversation, the importance of not bottling up, you know, the dark stuff that you go through in life. The importance of finding someone to connect with, and the importance of letting that darkness out, how therapeutic that can be, how sometimes when we feel like those dark moments are holding us down, you know, taking advantage of having someone you can trust to let it all out, how that's a great thing. It's a really good conversation. And then the next day, the kid said something like, hey, Mr. Norris, how do you spell victory? Or something like that. That's what it's like teaching high school kids. One day, they're just super sharp and super insightful and super wise, and the next day, they can't remember how to tie their shoes. It's such a funny thing. So it's 6 weeks into the semester, and it is flying by. Like, we just started. I feel like I'm making these podcasts, and I'm feeling like I'm making them too quickly. But it is just once a week. But by the way, we're filming today in 60 frames per second. I try to do 4K, but I don't trust my storage to keep up. I feel like it's just going to stop. We're still going right now, yeah. But I was not happy with last week's quality. This weird thing happens where I plug in my phone to upload the video, and sometimes it'll tell me this video is not compatible or some crap like that. And so I just could not find a way around it last week, and I had to upload the video to YouTube, compromise the quality, and then I downloaded the video onto my laptop, even compromising the quality even more, and then I edited it, compromising the quality even more. So I'm not happy with how last week's episode looks. So I'm filming today's 60 frames per second, hoping that I can make up for last week. So yeah, I apologize if I seem kind of just tired. It hasn't been a long week, it's just been a lot of me walking around, talking with kids individually, one-on-one about their projects. And some of the students are picking the same people, which is fine. Everyone's going to say their own thing and find out their own information about these people. But, oh gosh, it gets tiring. 180 times of one-on-one interaction trying to make sure that they understand what the project is all about. But maybe I should start doing these podcasts on Mondays or something when I'm a little more energetic. Because right now, I said I didn't need the coffee literally like 10 minutes ago. But, man, my energy is just depleting by the second. So I'm sorry if I seem out of it. But you know what, dude? We all have a job. And right now, my job is to do this podcast. And I'm going to do it. Tired, am I? Yes. Yoda, am I? No. But I'm here, and I'm trying to get it done, and I'm trying to be as energetic as possible. My turn it on area, by the way, I named it the turn it on area literally as I was talking about it last week. I never had an actual name for it. And the worst possible name I could think of for that is the turn it on area. No creativity, no effort whatsoever. I'll come up with a better name for it. But anyway, the turn it on spot, not even better at all, is over there by the door. And I tell you, I need to walk over there right now. There's an aura over there that just gives me more energy. And I'll get there. So please spread the word about this podcast. I really want to start connecting more with teachers. Nobody really seems to be asking questions or anything like that. And, you know, I kind of want the ending of the podcast to be me addressing those questions. Because I think that could be super helpful. 7th year, I've had 2 student teachers, and having those 2 student teachers was a really cool experience, being able to share my wisdom and knowledge and I don't want to say expertise because I don't want to sound like this pretentious know-it-all guy because we're not experts. 94% is cool, but not 100%. And, the worst part about having a student teacher, though, is giving up your students to someone else. That's always the hardest part. But at the same time, it's a really cool thing watching someone develop a relationship with students and grow as an educator. So it's a bittersweet thing for sure. Why am I talking about this? I don't know. Oh, I think it's because I've been thinking about the possibility of a student teacher next semester, and if I'm offered one, will I take it? I don't know. 2 years in a row now, I've had student teachers the spring semester, and we'll see. I'll probably take one, but you never know. So football season started. We're excited about that. Do most teachers care? Chargers suck, huh? Chargers are my team. They did not do well against the Lions last week. They played the Texans on Sunday, so let's get to 2-1. Big Fresno Fair's coming up. Can't wait to get a cinnamon roll. Man, I am just... what am I talking about, you know? This podcast was kind of a dud. I feel like the mental health stuff was important, as well as the leaving your work at work stuff. That's definitely important. What am I talking about? This podcast is awesome. Anyway, I'm about 25 minutes in. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and stop right there. There's no point in going if I feel like I'm done, you know? Last week, Mr. Bacon was super disrespectful and trying to message me. I don't have my email open right now, but let's hop on over and see if he's on there. He's doing adult school right now, which is kids that failed and they have to retake credits after school. So he's teaching that right now. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Anyway. Yeah, Mr. Bacon's on. But he's actually been very respectful. He hasn't messaged me at all. No dings. Anyway. I'm done. I think that's it. 25 minutes and 25, 30. We're good. All right. So, like I said, please leave questions about teaching and anything at all that you want answers to. And I would be happy to respond. Yeah. Been tossing around the idea of guests. Not sure who it'll be. Not sure when. Not even sure if I want to do it. Maybe 20 episodes in when... There it is. Getting burpy at the end. Maybe 20 or 30 episodes in, I'll have a guest. We'll see. That's it. I'm done, guys. I'm sorry I'm so tired. I'm sure you feel my pain. Get lots of rest. Hopefully you're having a good week. Tomorrow's Friday. Enjoy it. Soak it up. Get ready for that weekend. And hey, just be happy that the weather's cooler. And, there's lots of stuff to be happy about. Lots of stuff to be thankful for. September, it's always a roller coaster of a month with the weather. Super schizophrenic. But we're finally in that point of the semester where we're really getting to know our students. And the groove is... We're in the groove. We're in the groove. All right, I'm done. Have a great day, and come by the Who took the terror, man? Who took it? Help us figure it out. Come by the Men of 300 bathroom whenever you're feeling lonely. That's where I'm going to go right now, actually. I need to pick me up a little bit. So thanks a lot, and we'll see you next week on Positive Reinforcement. Thank you very much. Love you all. Goodbye.